How we doing? Look, y'all, I am back today, and I told y'all because I promised y'all a shadow card. So we got shadow work to do because we are being heavily watched. Heavily. When I say heavy, I mean heavy. And so we need to go ahead and get into this. We need to understand really, truly what is at stake here, because why they trying to off you? What's so special about you? What's so special about her? Who is it? Who is it? The shirt says really her. So you really that itch. Little do we know. And so let's figure out why. Is it because you are all love and light? So of course I'm gonna do the shadow pull first, so we can go ahead and see what we need to work on when it comes to this. You know, we got Saturn is in retrograde, so it's those responsibilities, those boundaries, all of that good stuff. It's coming to the forefront. Whatever you said you were gonna do, you better get started on it. So let's get into it. Let's get to work. We got. Look, this one is trying to come out. Speak truth. So yeah, speak your truth, baby, when it comes to this. And of course, I'm gonna read the excerpts on the cards and how this works, because this is what I'm gonna tell y'all. Each level, you may have to do the same thing, and so whatever you're experiencing in your reality, you need to step up and speak your truth to it. So this could be something related with your job. This could be love. You could be going through something with your life, you know. So speak your truth when it comes to that. And it's also being honest with yourself, stepping in to, you know, what it is that you truly want. So pretty much whatever you're asking for, fully show up for that manifestation, and don't hold back what you're asking for as well when it comes to this. Give me one more for our shadow message. Look. Or that one itself says what it says. Because I'm finna do a force pull when it comes to this, because another one is not coming out. Alright. What we got here? Look, two of them. Nature and get creative. So this is where you are needing to go more out in nature to ground yourself. Of course, you know, that is going to be the number one thing that you can always do when it comes to this. And like I stated last time, that getting outside this time of the year is perfect. Everything is at full bloom, even you know, so you are waking up to that version of you, being that version of you, as well as getting creative when it comes to your ideas and your goals and your dreams when it comes to these things. So having to use more of your throat chakra at this time, so making sure you're strengthening that. So whatever you may need to do for yourself when it comes to that, so you may need to up your T's, you may need to practice more. So go out in nature if you need to. It's funny, that's the first one that comes up. So nature, it has a profound effect on our well-being. It increases creativity. Okay, fly over there now. Relieves depression and anxiety, improves memory and focus, and rewires our stress response hormones. Studies have shown that that even looking at photographs of nature can be of benefit. If you live in a place where you can easily access nature, spend more time this week getting out there. So today is Saturday, so pretty much we're starting off getting ready to, as I stated, you know, Saturn just went retrograde, and of course we go with moon phases, and we are cosmic beings just on a playing field. And once we understand that we have to go with the seasons, we have to flow with things. So we just had that new moon, and we had a full moon at that, and so it's like you should be coming out of this hump. You know, you should have felt it energetically, pretty much. So after tomorrow, you should pretty much have most of your energy back if you are staying hydrated, making sure you are upping your hydration. If not, increasing your fruit intake at this time. It's very, very important. And this says, whether that is at sourcing your local vegetables, plant medicine, or even spending time in the park. You can create an altar using natural materials, sticks, leaves, grass, flour, dirt, rocks, and sand, or however you are filled, it is being called to you. So get out in nature and interact with nature and connect one with nature. However you need to do that for you. If you need to just walk on gravel or just walk even on your own porch, your walkway, just get that oneness, that balance with yourself when it comes to nature. And then let's get to speaking your truth. So speaking truth is asking you to tap into what needs to be brought out of you. So whatever you need to continuously close out for this last cycle, whatever you need to get rid of energetically, even if it's physical things, mentalities, whatever the case may be, you do not need any old energy holding you back. You need to release as much as that as possible. It's beyond speaking and into embodying. What truths of yours need form? So it's like, what is it that what version of you is needing to come to the surface? And how are you going to step into that with ease? Your soul, heart, and body are always trying to communicate with you. Maybe you find yourself mysteriously drawn to a subject, art form, or genre. Maybe you realize you are buying everything purple, things you see. All these things, whether small or large, are our heart's longing. It's an ember of our truth trying to light within us. In order to nurture that flame, we must breathe life into it, embody it, speak it, embrace it. Tap into the truth that is a way to give it power by naming however you feel to be called so. So like I stated, the more you get out in nature so that you can become one with nature. And this is where it's like, you may need to you need some alone time, quietness. You need to just sit still. Stillness is very important so that you can figure out what truly needs to come to the surface so that you can bring that to the forefront, whatever you are putting on the back burner. And then when it comes to getting creative, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that's going to be all about with your sacral chakra. So it's pretty much making sure you are not allowing the energy to just sit. When it comes to doing things, you are going to have to move here. You're going to have to make sure you're continuously flowing with life. So you're going to have to take those risks continuously. And you can do so by getting out in nature, continuously moving, and all of that good things. Creative is water energy, so it's pretty much flowing with things. It says to be human is to be creative, but it is easy to lose sight of this. From a young age, we absorb cultural stigma around the arts and creativity. That is impractical and should take a backseat to more lucrative pursuits, but the truth is creativity brings flow into our lives. It finds openings. Without creative practice, we can easily find ourselves stuck and uninspired. And there are so many ways to be creative. You may feel called to rearrange your living space, or write, or take pictures. All of these things are great. Creativity is a way of life, not an activity. So when this card is shown, this is what are things that are inspire you? How do you feel called to create or transform? Think outside the box. So you're going to have to get outside of your comfort zone by speaking your truth and also going out more. So it's kind of like you have to show up, show out. What did Kendrick Lamar say? Sometimes you just gotta pop out and show niggas. Sometimes you just gotta do that. So let's go ahead and see what we can do. What's this energy looking like when it comes to this shadow message? How will we best be able to transmute it? How can we get through this for this new moon? Get pouring into whatever it is you need to pour into. So it's pretty much making sure you are showing up and being in alignment when it comes to your healing journey, as well as showing up for yourself. This is where, because we do shadow work, so the more that you can show up and do the work, it's also the way that you can heal others. So it's pretty much, you are going to have to step into that version of where you have to be that leader. You do. And although it's a lot of times uncomfortable because it's like, who am I to lead someone when, but a lot of times you have to be that example for some people. And so it's kind of like the more you go within and close out this last cycle, you are going through a very painful something is energetically pulling you, but you do know that on the other side of all of this is what truly is what matters. So it's kind of like to make sure you just continuously showing up and working towards that and pouring into, nurturing yourself, allowing this last issue, situation, whatever the case may be, to just close out as it should. One thing about energy is that I did say that energy isn't fluid, but I meant to say energy is fluid. And so it's going to fluctuate, and that's the beauty. Emotions, they're going to come and go throughout this journey. So it's kind of like, regardless of how you feel, making sure you're still showing up, making sure you're still diligent with yourself, making sure you're still nurturing yourself, making sure you are knowing that they're just feelings and you have a greater purpose. And so since you have purpose, you can't hate anybody else's purpose. And this is where it's kind of like you can't hold anything to people face value around here. So, it's kind of like, wow. The more things come to the surface, the more you are able to just accept them with ease, versus you just holding on to that pain because you have a new beginning. We have the Ace of Pentacles and the Sun. So it's kind of like the more you just accept and walk into this, the more you continuously pour into yourself, you will have that vitality to accept this new opportunity with ease, walk into it because you asked for this. And it's like, knowing that, it's on the other side. It's just like, it's already there. You just got to allow it to unfold. There's confirmation back there. Gotta love nature. So, whatever you are asking for, especially when it comes to your finances, is here. We have the Hierophant. You just got to make sure you're being disciplined, making sure that you are still showing up, making sure you are moving. This is where, because you are taking those necessary actions, you are standing firm in whatever it is you're asking for. I'm going to tell you now, they're coming. So it's kind of like keep working, keep healing, keep showing up. This is beautiful. You are definitely working very hard towards something. It's a lot of pentacles here. We have the 7, and then we have the 7 of Cups. So it's pretty much making sure that what you are actually investing in, what you are actually working towards, you're bringing it to reality, making sure that you are putting the actual work behind it, making sure you're not just living in a mindset. And this is where it's kind of like, because you are overcoming, the memories will be coming up, and because you are doing that work, this is where you will be faced with those demons, devils, and all of that past. But knowing that the more you show up and the more you can just continuously go within yourself, that's pretty much all this is. So it's kind of like, speak your truth when it comes to also how you are going to move in this period for yourself. You have to stand up for yourself. You got to be honest with yourself. You do, regardless of what it looks like to anybody else. But then it's also like making sure you're looking at things from a bird's eye view when it comes to things. So it's kind of like making sure that even though, it may not feel as though you are making any progress today, if you put in that 1% each day, you will get to 100. Doesn't mean that if you work every day, you put in 1%. Some days you may put in 0.25. Some days it may be 0.01. But as long as you continue to strive towards the goal, continuously show up, even if it's just, hey, I'm being mindful at this time that I don't want to do this, that's okay. That is also acceptable. So it's like making sure that you're still doing that when it comes to things. Making sure, you understand, that was like half the day. That there's always going to be people, places, and things, because we have the 7 of Wands here. So it's kind of like, that people are going to doubt. They're going to feed you all of that, but it doesn't matter. none of that phases us, and none of that is going to stop anything that we have going on this journey. And especially when you know that the Lord is on your side, and He's going to always be backing you. So keep going within yourself, because look who's at the bottom of the deck. Justice. So it's kind of like they not stopping nothing because we said so. So yeah, say what you gotta say. You finna get this major new beginning, and it's new energy. You know, it's probably some energy you've had as a kid. So it's like when it comes to get creative, show up and show out. Don't hold yourself back this season. Stand up, speak what you gotta say, do what you gotta do. And I promise you, everything that you are trying to get, you will attain it. You will have all of it this season. So it's like, keep doing what you have to do. You will make progress. And actually, little if you realize, like, when you are just being more and more present, that's when you are going to be able to understand that there is progress. That's the beauty of it. A lot of times, you know, we look at mindfulness as an assignment or something but if you're just mindful throughout the day, even through your BS, understand that it really holds no weight to the true essence of who you truly are. Yeah, you may be going through that, but it really does not stop. No show. It don't. So keep, going around and solving the problems to the equations that you create. Remember, you create the problem, and you get an opportunity to come up with the solution. Remember that. A lot of times, subconsciously, we'll feed ourselves something, and then when it comes to the conscious, and then it is manifested into the 3D, we're looking like, I've been here before. Yeah, because you subconsciously fed yourself that for so long, it had to come to reality, you know. And I'm not saying like that's what all experiences, because of course some lessons you have to experience, or some generational curses you have to break, so that you are able to show others that it can be done. You are able to be that inspiration for others. You are able to say, hey, I've went through this, and this, and yet I still prevailed, because it's possible. Or it's kind of like, man, I've seen her go through so much, and yet you don't look like nothing that you've been through, or you don't sound like nothing that you've been through, or you don't act like nothing that you've been through. And you carry yourself with, the most head up high, when a lot of people would have folded if they would have attempted to try on the shoes that you wear. And so it's like making sure you understand that you've come so far too. You have. And because of that, it is yours. No one can take it from you. And that is today's message, you guys. I really am excited. I have to get back over to my podcast. I really do. Because I have to, once again, speak my own truth. So I'm going to end this with a healing oracle card. Let's end it off with some, good old healing energy. And why not get a message that we can take with us throughout the day, throughout the week? Look, it flew out. The path to light. I make the conscious choice to move forward, the light one step at a time. I transform my weakness into strength by mastering my thoughts. I overcome obstacles with positivity and acceptance. I develop my gifts and extend my light to every being unconditionally. So yes, this is where it's kind of like you have to strengthen those weaknesses. So assess yourself throughout the day. That is the beauty. When I tell y'all, and I'm gonna give you a free tip right here. If you are craving certain foods, beverages, and or certain things, I'm gonna give you this one. If you are craving something salty and or crunchy, that is your anxiety. And so you have to ask yourself, why am I anxious right now? If you are craving something comforting, like if you want bread, and or if you want like ice cream, and or you want like dairy, why do you feel as though you are lacking love and or support? What is it that you can do to nurture yourself in that moment? What is it that you can do to help release that anxiety versus chewing on a bag of chips or whatever the case may be? But I just wanted to say that. That is actually more information that I'll be putting out there when it comes to my holistic wellness website and page. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Animals like and bugs like to kiss me too, Just out here, loved by everybody, but not today. That's beautiful. But I just wanted to come on here and give you guys that quick message. Continue to walk your path, even when it's uncomfortable. If you gotta crawl, do something. If you skip hopping, taking them big leaps, do what you gotta do. Show up for you and show out for you.